The most complex object in the known universe is sitting inside your skull right now, and it has no idea what it looks like from the inside. Yet that invisible speck runs an entire city. No leader, no orders, no plan, just chemistry. Thousands of brains, each knowing almost nothing, producing something that looks almost like genius. But an ant brain has one hard limit. It cannot imagine tomorrow, and it's smaller than your thumbnail. B, 1 million neurons. That's it. Yet bees understand zero as a mathematical concept. They navigate by the sun, and they communicate distance using dance, a precise, mathematical dance that tells exactly how far and which direction. Scientists didn't believe it for decades. They ran the experiments again. Same result. But here's what a bee still cannot do. It cannot recognize your face. The next brain can, and it will hold a grudge for years. Crow. No neocortex. That's the layer humans use for complex thought. Crows don't have it. Yet in one experiment, a crow was given a 4-step problem it had never seen. It solved it on the first attempt. No practice, no trial and error. Planned the entire solution in its head before touching anything. Two completely different brain structures, almost identical results. But wait, what if a brain could remember 1,000 faces and detect cancer at the same time? Pigeon. A pigeon remembers over 1,000 human faces, navigates home from 1,000 kilometers away with no GPS, and in 2015 detects cancer in medical scans with accuracy comparable to trained doctors. Researchers are still not entirely sure how. That brain weighs 4 grams, but it has one boundary it never crosses. It cannot picture something that doesn't exist. The next brain uses that as a weapon. Parrot. Alex. Alex was an African gray parrot. For 30 years, scientist Irene Pepperberg studied him. He identified 150 objects, 50 colors, understood bigger, smaller, same, different, understood the concept of zero. On his last evening, as Pepperberg left the lab, Alex looked at her and said, "You be good. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow." He died that night. Scientists still debate what he truly understood, but nobody who worked with him doubts he felt something. Rats dream. Not just sleep, they replay the exact maze they ran during the day, turn by turn, while unconscious. When another rat is in pain nearby, a rat's stress hormones rise. It will work to free a trapped rat even when there's no reward. That's empathy, in a brain the size of a grape. But the rat brain has one boundary it never crosses. It cannot imagine a situation it has never experienced. The next brain erased that boundary, and it doesn't even need a head. Octopus. 2/3 of an octopus's neurons are not in its head. They're in its arms. Each arm thinks semi-independently. When you tell your hand to pick something up, your brain controls every movement. An octopus arm figures it out on its own. Cut off an octopus arm, it continues reacting for 1 hour. The arm doesn't know it's been separated. 9 brains, 1 body, and they live only 2 years. All that intelligence gone almost immediately. Evolution built a genius and gave it almost no time. Mantis Shrimp. You see 3 colors, red, green, blue. Mantis Shrimp see 16 independent color channels. Processing wavelengths your brain cannot even conceptualize. Their visual system makes decisions before the signal even reaches the brain. The eyes think on their own. Scientists built entire new research fields just to understand this one creature's vision. They're still not done. Wait, it gets even stranger. What if a brain had been perfect for 450 million years and never needed to change? Shark. This brain has not meaningfully changed in 450 million years. While every other animal evolved, adapted, restructured, the shark brain stayed. It detects electrical fields so faint they cannot be measured by most human instruments. It senses a single heartbeat buried under sand. It never fully sleeps. The shark brain found the perfect solution 450 million years ago and decided nothing needed improving. But 200 million years later, something appeared that surprised everyone, including scientists. Crocodile. For 200 million years, scientists assumed crocodiles were pure instinct. Cold, mechanical, no emotion. Then researchers watched them play. Surf waves, repeatedly, for no reason, carry their babies gently in the same jaws that can crush bone without leaving a single mark. A 2023 study found crocodiles respond to infant cries from completely different species, not their own young. Any infant, a 200 million-year-old brain, feeling something that resembles care. Nobody expected that. Cleaner wrasse. This fish has a brain smaller than a grain of rice. In 2019, it passed the mirror test, the same test used to measure self-awareness in elephants, dolphins, and great apes. The fish noticed a mark on its body and tried to remove it. The scientific community had a crisis, because if a fish this small is self-aware, what does self-awareness actually mean? That question still has no answer. Dolphin. Dolphins have names for each other. Not calls, not signals, unique individual whistles that identify specific dolphins, and they use each other's names when separated. Only one other animal does this. Dolphins also sleep with half their brain at a time. The other half stays awake to breathe and watch for danger. Then they switch. Humans cannot do this. We are, neurologically speaking, less efficient sleepers than dolphins. Elephant, 5 kilograms, 3 times heavier than your brain. Elephants return to the bones of their dead years later. Touch them. Stand in silence. They have a region called the paralimbic lobe, enlarged beyond any other land animal. Scientists believe it intensifies emotional memory. Elephants don't just remember, they feel the memory. One elephant named Shirley reunited with a companion she hadn't seen in 23 years. Before researchers confirmed they'd met before, the elephants already knew. Sperm whale, 8 kilograms, the largest brain on Earth. Sperm whales have spindle neurons, cells scientists once believed existed only in humans and great apes, associated with emotion, self-awareness, and social understanding. Each whale group has its own dialect, a clicking language passed down through generations, not instinct, culture. When a whale dies, the group sometimes stays with the body for days, an 8-kilogram brain, grieving, human 86 billion neurons, 100 trillion connections, 20% of your body's energy consumed by just 2% of your body weight. No other animal comes close. And yet, your brain did not evolve to find truth. It evolved to survive. Those are not the same thing. It fills in gaps that aren't there, creates patterns from randomness, edits your memories every time you recall them, and tells you, with complete confidence, things that are simply wrong. You are not a rational creature who sometimes makes emotional decisions. You are an emotional creature who occasionally makes rational ones. The ant runs cities without thinking. The crow plans without a neocortex. The octopus thinks with its arms. The whale passes culture across generations. The shark solved everything 450 million years ago. And Alex said, "I love you," before he died. Every brain on this list solved the same problem differently. Stay alive long enough to matter. But only one brain on this list ever looked at itself and asked, "Why do I think the way I think?" Yours. And after everything you just watched, you still don't fully know the answer. The greatest mystery isn't out there. It's the one watching this video.